All right, that was Giveon, Like I Want You. So interesting. As every morning I wake up and I read the paper, online, and I see what's going on. I stumbled across this interesting pictorial expose in The Guardian, and it was called "When Jobs Leave." Basically, to the effect of when jobs leaves, drugs rise. The jobs leaving. And then they had all these pictorials of people, and it showed the progression of, once flourishing economic neighborhoods, and what happened to those people and how they looked and how drugs ravaged them. Which is interesting because you didn't need a pictorial by the Guardian. You could watch Good Times.
Right.
You could look at any of our neighborhoods because where there is no opportunity, crime generally flourishes. Whenever people talk about the high crime rate, look at the high poverty rate. Look at the high poverty rate and look at the high unemployment rate. Because the biggest indicator of crime is not race, it is poverty. Show me a safe, poor place. Isn't it interesting how if West Virginia has a drug problem, there are more drugs. They have more. West Virginia was getting so many drugs that the federal government indicted a pharmaceutical company president, the Purdue people. Now, not the chicken people we're familiar with. It was a pharmaceutical person. The president indicted them. But when someone in West Virginia it has a drug problem, it is America's addiction. When it's on the west side of Chicago, Chicago has a crime problem. The prism through which we look at things is based on what people tell us. Like when jobs leave, we know opportunity diminishes, crime rises. But instead of saying that, what you say is black on black crime. Black on black, it's black on black crime. What is happening now is that people are dealing and saying out loud what they should have been saying all the time. At one point, there was a war on drugs. Now there's compassion. Now there's treatment centers. And so we went to prison and they go to passages. There are places in the South and the Midwest where if they suspected that if your baby had any kind of narcotics in the system, they would call the police on you. That's not treatment. But it's viewed through the prism of who is the one doing the drug. One of the great things about racism in medicine and pharmaceuticals is that black people, by and large, didn't get addicted to pharmaceuticals, oxycodone and things like that, because doctors didn't believe they were in pain, so they wouldn't prescribe them to them. Right now in America, we know full well that losing opportunities, the dearth of economic opportunities and resources lead to crime. Now that you know it, do something about it. Stop telling people in these economically desperate areas to just put down their weapons. Give them things to pick up, like jobs and opportunity. If you can take pictures of people and you can show what happens to them when there are no opportunity or economic opportunities around, you can do something about it. We don't need to journal it. We don't need to know. We didn't need you to tell us that. We have Oakland and South Central and Houston and Dallas, and we have Harlem, and we have Philadelphia. We don't need a picture in a magazine. We have family members who have gone through it. Where there is no opportunity, where there are no jobs, things go bad. Not just for white people in West Virginia, for black people on the west side of Chicago. And the common denominator is the lack of economic opportunity, the lack of jobs lead to bad things. So instead of taking pictures of them, do something about it. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, one of them should be job. That's a little note from a GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.